Multiple of numbers. A multiple of a number is the product obtained when the number is multiplied by another number. For example, 3 times 5 is equal to 15. We can say that 15 is a multiple of 3 and 5. Other multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, etc. How did we get this? It's simple. Since we are trying to get multiples of 3, we will say 3 times 1 is 3. That's why we have the first 3 there. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 10 is 30. And so on and so forth. Right? So we can actually continue almost without end. That's why you will list to some points and then you will see dot, 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 dot. It shows that it continues. So when you want to get a multiple of a number, just start multiplying that number by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, continuously until you get to a point that you are okay with. Example 1. List 10 multiples of 5. So we will have 5 times 1 is 5, times 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Remember, we are asked to list 10, right? So when I get to 50 and count, I have 10 multiples of 5. Example 2. List the multiples of 7. In this case, we don't have the particular number, so we just start from the first, which is 7. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2, 14. 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, and so on and so forth. So you can list as many as you wish. Example 3. List the multiples of 12. So we will start with 12. 12 times 1 is 12. Next is 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, and so on and so forth. So when you're asked to list the multiples of a number, just start with the smallest, which is that number times 1, then times 2, times 3, times 4. Like I said, it can continue without end. So once you get to some good points, you can stop. Common multiples. Common multiples are multiples that are shared by a given set of numbers. Multiples that are shared by a given set of numbers. Example. Give 5 common multiples of 3 and 4. Here we are going to list the multiples of 3, list the multiples of 4, and look for the multiples that are common. When we say common, they appear both as a multiple of 3 and also as a multiple of 4. Alright? From the numbers listed here, we can see that 12 appears in both of them. 24 appears in both of them. 36 appears in both of them. So, the common multiples of 3 and 4 are 12, 24, and 36. Don't forget that if the list is longer, if we had more multiples of both numbers listed, we will have more common multiples. But from the list here, we have just 3, alright? So the common multiples of 3 and 4 are 12, 24, 48, dot, 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 dot. It can continue. Don't forget. Alright, example 2. List 3 common multiples of 5 and 7. Just like the first example, we will list the multiples of 5 and the multiples of 7 and look for the common multiples. From the list here, we can see that the common multiples are 35, 70. 35 and 70. Remember, if the multiples are listed, the more multiples that are listed for the both numbers, the more common multiples that we can have. Example 3. List the common multiples of 14 and 28. The multiples of 14 are 14, 28, 42, 56, 70, 84, 98, 112, etc. Remember, we got that by multiplying 14 times 1, times 2, times 3, and so on and so forth. Multiples of 28 are 28, 56, 84, 112, 140, etc. How did we get this? 28 times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, and so on and so forth. What are the common multiples? From what we have here, the common multiples are 28, 56, 84, 112, etc. Alright, we move to example 4. List the common multiples of 3, 6, and 9. The multiples of 3 are listed here: 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. Multiples of 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, and so on. Multiples of 9, 9, 18, 27, and so on. Looking at the list we have here, the common multiples are 18, 36. 18 and 36. Example 5. What is the lowest common multiple of 8 and 12? Lowest common multiple here, the short form is LCM. I'm sure we've heard that, right? Here we are going to get the multiples of 8 and the multiples of 12 and identify the common multiples between the two numbers and pick the lowest. That is what it means, right? The multiples of 8 to be listed here, multiples of 12 listed. We will pick out the common multiples, and the lowest of the common multiples is our LCM. That is simple, right? So let's see it. So we can see the multiples of 8 listed here. We can also see the multiples of 12. The common multiples are 24, 48, and 72. The lowest of these common multiples is 24. So the LCM is 24. So LCM simply means the lowest of the common multiples. Alright, please go ahead and attempt this class activity and submit. Thank you.